Everybody recovered from New Year's? Are you sure? Are you really sure? All right, let's go.
Welcome to Baking with Frank. Frank Rush was a baker at the turn of the 20th century at the Uffelman Baking Company in Cincinnati, and then at his own bakery in Newport, Kentucky. Frank was also my great-grandfather. Through his handwritten batch-sized recipe book, I'm breaking down his recipes and getting to know him better. I'm Tom Mattingly, and this is Baking with Frank. Welcome back to Baking with Frank. I hope everybody had a great holiday. I know we did at our household. And got to see lots of family and do lots of fun things. So appreciate everyone that came in, and I hope you all had the same. So today, while I fight through this little cold that I got going on, we're going to try another of Frank's recipes that he calls drop cakes. Now, I did a little bit of research because I'm familiar with a drop biscuit, but not necessarily a drop cake. And as it turns out, these really are just kind of like well, if you imagine a chocolate chip cookie where you just drop it from a spoon and then bake it, along the same line. One little issue that we had, we were in our household almost out of butter. So I made a little modification here to use olive oil because I didn't want to go anywhere because of my cold and it's a gloomy day. And also, what the heck? Let's just try to be a little healthier, right? So we're going to give that a spin, get that broken down a little bit, cream in the sugar, and then we'll do that. So that's, if we're using just butter, 3/8 of a pound, or 6 ounces, and 3/4 of a pound of sugar. All right, here we go. So while I'm doing all this creaming of olive oil and sugar and butter, you could be hitting the like and follow buttons. Make a suggestion. All right, so I think that's about as good as it's going to get with olive oil, which, doesn't look too bad. So we're going to add in 4 eggs, one at a time. Mix these a little slower. Just like that. And, since we're here, we got the room. We've got the 3/4 of a pound of sugar, the 6 ounces of a pound of butter, and 4 eggs in there. Might as well go ahead and add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Go ahead and mix that in. That's all the wet ingredients. All right, so what I have here, you see me, is 1 1/8 pounds of all-purpose flour and 1/4 ounce of baking soda with a little bit of salt in it just to, add a little flavor. So I'm going to put that in first and give it a spin, and then we'll add the flour a little bit at a time because splash, splash. All right, mom's food. Start adding in this here flour. I've got the oven preheated to 350. few more. And we're going to get that a little bit out. Might as well use all the goodness up, right? All right. That looks good. I'm going to scrape up. That was noisy. I'm going to scrape off these little bits that are just up here on top using the same mom spoon, but I'm not in the mood to do dishes today. There we go. All right, so move that out of the way. And bring in one of these. Now I read a couple of recipes. Did I mention that the oven's preheating to 350? I did. Read a couple of recipes on this just to, get us ready for it. And all of them said teaspoons because it's going to spread. So that's what we're going to do. Just like that. And then it drops on the handle. Start with 6 of these on a tray. Let's see where we get. All right, and in the oven we go. 10 to 12 minutes, 350, we'll see what happens. So we're still in full-scale production mode right now because it's gonna end up making probably 3 dozen cookies. We're gonna try one of them. So they smell great. I gotta tell you, the kitchen smells fantastic. So we'll see how this goes. So, very good. Much as reported, you put chocolate chips in this, this would probably be one of the best chocolate chip cookies you ever had. It's very soft, right? Which I'm okay with. But what it reminds me of, more than anything, are the elementary school cookies that we used to get in the cafeteria that were spectacular. Now this is going back 10 or 15 years for some of you that are not accustomed to those cookies. But this is definitely a remaker. We'll be doing this one again.